I had a neighbor who was baiting, and I had shot a buck, and the buck ran over and went by their bait, and the warden contacted me about the neighbor and asked me about him because I know the warden,
Yeah.
and asked me about his bait and stuff. And I was telling him about a problem I had. I said, I got a problem, and he goes, oh no. He goes, you didn't shoot that buck within 40 acres of that bait, did you? And I'm like, no. And he goes, because if you did, I'd have to confiscate it. Even if you don't know, it's against the law, and I'd have to take it. I was like, whoa. So you could be hunting on your own property, your neighbor's doing something illegal, and you get your buck confiscated.
Yeah, 40 acres, that's a long ways. That, I mean, you wouldn't have any idea.
It is. It can be on the next property over,
Mm-hmm.
and in Wisconsin, and you don't get. He said he wouldn't cite me. He would just take the deer away. He goes, because it was. He goes, it's not like you did something wrong, but you got the deer because of this guy's bait, or it was influenced by the bait because of the range, not necessarily, but by law, by the way the law is written, it would be. Which really isn't his deal. That's the law.
Yeah, I agree. Deer hunting Cajun, that's ridiculous. I think that's the stupidest thing ever.
It's ridiculous. You know?
That they would take it.
Shocking to me, because as a warden, whether it was law or not, and if the guy legitimately didn't know, the last thing I do is take his deer. I just say you can't hunt there until this guy gets his bait cleaned up, but I wouldn't take his deer.
Did I ever tell you guys I had the state of Minnesota change their reg book because of something they had written in it, and it was kind of messed up? So I called them up. It was about 05, 06, and I was heading out there. As I was on my way, I was in northern Michigan. I was up in the UP, and my brother-in-law calls me. And he said, you can't buy your tag and hunt until 72 hours after season started. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm only going to be there a few days. So I got on the phone with him, and I said, hey, I get the intent. You don't want somebody from out of state drive over there, shoot a deer, and then go buy their tag and have it be ready to, usable. I said, I get that, but could you not put it on page 118 with the wild rice regulations? And he says, you must be from Michigan. That was pretty smart. I'm like, I don't know what it has to do with Michigan.
He didn't say that.
He did say that. You're the one always ripping on Michigan, Josh.
No, I'm not.
You
That's
got
Dan.
my buddy Dan mad.
You're getting smart confused with stupid.
So, no, seriously. The next year, they put it on the front of the book. And
Really?
I said, just bring it up front. If you're going to tell people that if it's in season and you're going to come from out of state, season's already started, you got to get your tag before you get here. And so they made that change. So you can contact them and talk about these things.
Yeah.
It used to be like in Wisconsin, you used to have to wait like 3 days after buying your license if you bought it in season or something like that. But that's a long time ago.
Yeah, there's no law like that in Indiana. But most of the time, like if maybe it wasn't a new law, I guess, so maybe what I'm saying is irrelevant. But most of the time, whenever they have some kind of a weird change in the law or something, they put like an amendment on the front page, like all new regulations for 2023 season or something like that. But I went to buy a Nebraska tag this morning, and they changed that system up. They're giving so their quota lowered for Nebraska, the amount of tags they're allowing for the archery season, and they're giving residents essentially like 2 weeks before the non-residents can start purchasing license. So I can't get on there. I can't get on there and start purchasing my Nebraska archery license until I think it was like July 23rd or 4th.
Jeez, I thought you could just buy them over the counter.
Well, you can.
But when they run out, they're gone, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But the quota used to be pretty high, I think. Like, I think they always had them as available, and they lowered them this year, and they gave the residents the first 2 weeks or whatever. It's today to the 24th, I think.
You told just enough people on here that you're going to be one call too late to get your tag.
Maybe.
But that's your dad can go carry,
If you want to watch another video, click right here. But don't forget to subscribe before you leave.